Hi, and welcome back to Crafting with Nana. The DoD just came out with some specifically approved colors for those who serve in the military and need to wear masks to work. So I had ordered some white material to do these videos with, and luckily that is an approved color. So I wanted to make a new video with a little bit shorter and some specifics about using a different type of material to make these masks. I'm using a material that has spandex and polyester in it. So it has a four-way stretch and it's a much tighter fit than my first videos that I just used some old clothing with. So depending on the type of material that you use, you need to be sure to do a practice mask to make sure that it's going to have enough material in it to go over your head. So in my first video with used clothing, I suggested adding 2.5 to 3 inches to the circumference of your neck. However, with this new material, it has a much tighter stretch to it, and it fits very well because it has a much tighter stretch to it. This is a spandex and polyester. A spandex and cotton will probably have a different stretch to it. So whatever material you're using, please be sure and do a practice run before you just go off of the measurements I give you. Also, again, this mask will be DoD approved and can be used by anyone in the military that has need of wearing a mask at this time. So let's get started. For this mask, you'll need your main fabric, which will have a length of 4 inches plus the diameter of the neck. It will be 10 inches wide. Then you'll also need a piece of cotton fabric that is 5 inches in length and 4 inches in width. And then you'll need a 4-inch section of pipe cleaner. And that's all you'll need to make this great fitting and comfortable mask. Besides marking your long piece of fabric, you'll want to mark the center of your pocket. Just put a little pen mark there, and you're going to center your pocket right at the mark that you've made, so 3/4 of an inch down. If you're afraid that it will move a little bit, you can always take a glue stick and just put a little swipe of glue. That will disappear. And that will hold your pocket in place as you stitch it. Remember, you're leaving a bit at the top because you're going to roll this down with a small stitch in order to put your 4-inch piece of pipe cleaner in. I'm making the pipe cleaner 4 inches because, as you can see, it's going to fit right in very nicely. So we'll take this over to the sewing machine, stitch around 3 sides with a very narrow stitch, and then bring the top down just between both edges of the pocket and stitch from this point to this point, so it leaves an opening right above the pocket. And you want to be careful to not catch the top of the pocket. Make sure that you back stitch at both the beginning and the end so that your pocket won't tear open as you put your filter material inside it. Just a nice 1/4 inch seam will work. And see how the glue held my pocket in place very nicely and it didn't slide. Then you want to make sure that your machine will backstitch that. Then you're going to take the top and fold it down. Again, we're only sewing the length of the pocket without catching the top of the pocket. So I have my needle set all the way to the left, and it will just pick up the very edge of this material. So we're just going to make a small pocket for the pipe cleaner to go in. Again, you want to make sure that your machine is going to backstitch there. You want to make certain that you're not catching the top of your pocket. This is probably the most tedious part of making this mask. Then you're going to take your pipe cleaner and slide it right in to that pocket that you just made. And I like to slide it over to where the center of my pipe cleaner is right at the center of my pocket, because that's going to pinch right across the top of your nose, right at the bridge of your nose, to hold that mask in place. Then we'll simply put right sides together. I'm going to use my serger, but you could certainly use your machine on a zigzag setting. I'm going to make a very narrow hem to make certain that we still have room for this to fit over a person's head. The nice thing about this material is there's no need to hem top or bottom, because this is not going to fray at all. And for the Army or the service in general, since they have specific colors now, I made my pocket out of just a off-white cotton so that it doesn't show through the front, but it gives a nice protective covering where you can slide any type of mask that you might have or any type of filter material into that pocket. And it gives enough room in here with the 4 inches long that it will cover both nose and mouth. So there you have it. I hope that that gives you a quick and easy tutorial for masks that you might make for those loved ones that you have in the military. Again, they have specific colorings, and I'll post those on a screenshot here at the end. This one I just made out of white with an off-white cotton material on the inside. There you go, and that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. I hope that this will give you some more ideas for making some easy, comfortable masks for you and your loved ones. And I'll see you next time on Crafting with Nana. Bye.